turnaround of a popular downtown neighborhood once plagued with crime. King Street, located just off the Capitol Square, is thriving again, and area leaders credit one particular business with the drastic changes that they've seen. The night team's Marc Lovicott joins us now with more. Mark.
Hey, Eric, the problems seen on King Street should not come as a surprise to many people. We've done many stories about the massive fights, the violence all surround what was Club Majestic. It closed but reopened last year with new owners and a new philosophy that has brought new hope to this vibrant downtown block. On a Friday night, live music is in the air on King Street. It's a soothing sound for a neighborhood that's had a rough reputation for years.
You're referring back to probably about 2006 when we saw the kind of what was the culmination of some of the activity down here. We were having some large-scale fights and disturbances.
It was scary, it got scary. And people became afraid to even walk up to the square at night.
We had one particular business, which was the old Majestic. A lot of the problems seemed to be stemming from the activity there.
Those were the years of Club Majestic, when the Majestic Theater was primarily being used as a dance club. Police and neighbors say mismanagement led to the problems.
And there was like 1,000 people in the street, and guns and God knows what.
It was really impacting this whole neighborhood.
Flash forward 3 years. Only the rain quiets this block, which is otherwise thriving and bustling with activity. Quite the change from the time when many were afraid to come here.
We just sort of assumed that it was a bar that had its share of problems.
New owners Scott Leslie and Matt Girding admit they never really heard about the troubled past here on King Street until they bought the place. They were more concerned about starting up their new dream business. But once they started presenting their plans and sharing ideas, neighbors here in this block started getting skeptical.
There was a lot of distrust about what we were saying, and that we wanted to do at the outset, and we knew what we wanted to do, and we knew that eventually they would be happy with it.
And residents were. So were police, who saw huge decreases in calls. Comparing 2006 to today, disturbance calls are down more than 30%, fight calls from 18 to 0, and aggravated battery calls from 6 to 0. A renewed neighborhood defined by a new philosophy at one business.
To me, it's just people are coming here to see their band play. They paid good money to buy a ticket to this. Live music is a natural way for people to congregate. Nobody wants to get into a fight.
And while the new owners are reluctant to take credit for the turnaround, others are happy to point their fingers.
There's a lot to do down here. It's got a vibrant daytime business as well as a vibrant nighttime business.
It's great. No, it's not even just so far so good. It's great. I mean, there's nothing, I don't think there's been one incident of any sort that's affected the neighborhood as such since these guys took over.
The new Majestic focuses more on concerts, live music, and other special events. They do not open their doors for club nights like the old Majestic commonly did. Many say this new focus on live entertainment has been the main reason why the problems that this old Majestic saw seem to have disappeared.
Well, the hip-hop music gets kind of a bad rap here, but that's not what leaders said was the issue here, right?
Yeah, absolutely not. In fact, that was the defense from previous owners. In fact, that time, the owners, Nick and Jim Shivo, felt they were being targeted because they catered to what they said was an African-American crowd. The police department says they don't believe the problems had anything to do with, one, the people there or the music that was being played. They say it was simply a management issue.